Hey guys, what's up, all my manga lovers? Today we are back for another chapter review for the manga verses. I just want to start off by saying thank you to those who have subscribed to me and show their support by hitting like and leaving a comment. It really means a lot to me. It motivates me to make these videos and then get them out for you guys. So as long as you guys keep supporting me and keep showing the love, I will keep working my hardest for you guys. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into chapter 5. Part 1. So in our first panel, we have this really cool panel that shows our heroes Hollow and such, along with a lot of other new characters that were recently introduced. They're kind of in their defense or attack stances, and they're kind of bursting out. It's a really cool pose, and Kiyotaro Azuma has definitely made his way into my top 5 manga artists, up there with Yusuke Murata and such. He's just a phenomenal artist. He uses shading exceptionally well, and he really has an eye and vision for what stuff looks cool and what doesn't. I'm really in love with a lot of these characters, and I can't wait to continue reading this. So let's go on second panel. Now that multiple worlds have connected, chaos is broken out everywhere. Small demon armies have come across single giants and have begun to engage them. The battles are becoming brutal and fierce. A group of demons have defeated a single giant and roar in victory. As the small demon force looks up, they see they are surrounded by a legion of giants. There is one giant at the head of this legion, who seems like the leader. Back at the Fort for Humanity, the human from Mad God's world begins to lose his grip and questions going against their god. One of Zabi's mages attempts to comfort the man. The humans from the Misfortune world watch the mental breakdown, and one named Masayoshi finds it interesting that other worlds also have religion. His fellow worlder tells him to lay off, as everyone has the freedom to believe in whatever they choose. Zabi comes to assist his mage Wally, and states they have no choice but to use a spell to calm him down. Wally casts the spell and it immediately calms the man down. The humans from the Neo-Cruelty world look upon the others with envy, as one of them states that on their world, to believe in something such as God was forbidden, but now that they are joined with new worlds, they wonder if their gods will save them. The bandaged woman then asks Zabi, how specifically does he plan on making the enemies fight each other? The cosmic humans also ask that same question. Zabi thinks hard. Zabi replies by stating that maybe if they all put their heads together, hopefully they can come up with that idea as a team. The other humans fall out with unsatisfied anticipation. Massive feet begin to storm towards Zabi. A human from the Giants world snatches Zabi by his shirt and lifts him in the air, yelling at Zabi with extreme hostility, attempting to confirm whether he's mocking them or not. He believes Zabi has no clue what he's doing. A human from the Misfortune world tries to de-escalate by yelling violence is not the solution to their dilemma, but his fellow worlder, Masayoshi, tells him to let it go, as the human holding Zabi is massive and a different kind of human than them. Zabi states for him to calm down and that everyone there is scared. The massive human is now so angry his veins pop out and then yells at Zabi with shock, not believing that he just called him scared. Hollow then calmly walks over and places his hand on the massive human's forearm, and then demands he put his older brother down. The massive human dares the skinny man to. Suddenly, his forearm starts to hurt. Hollow squeezes the massive forearm with passion and states again, "Let go." The man quietly copes with the pain. The massive human's comrades observe and notice that their fellow worlder, known as Paka, is unable to overpower the smaller human's strength. The even larger man yells for Paka to let go. Zabi states to his younger brother Hollow that he needs to also stop and to let go of Paka's forearm first. Hollow releases his forearm. Paka then releases Zabi, and then he falls to the ground. Zabi states he understands Paka's anger as well, but they mustn't fight amongst each other as they are all allies. Paka murmurs, "What allies?" The tall drink of water overhears Paka's comment and clobbers him over the head and tells him to give the tough guy stuff a rest. Alright guys, so yeah, I just want to make it clear that this chick who is with Paka, I think she's about to introduce herself in the next panel. Bro, it's just something about them tall drinks of water, bro. She just thick and voluptuous and just, meaty. I love it. Yeah, that's my new anime crush right there. The other two Giants World humans apologize for Paka's behavior and introduce themselves as Simone and Bragnite. Paka asks the council if they are really going to do something as shameful, such as making the enemies fight each other than fighting the enemies themselves. Hollow replies to Paka and states he only feels confident enough to fight all the enemies because he has yet to fight any of the elite demons or demon kings. Paka replies back and states Hollow also doesn't know how dangerous and powerful the giants can be as well. Paka's fellow worlder Bragnite apologizes again for Paka and reveals the truth. They haven't necessarily fought the giants. A group of humans open the door to the council room. It's Gyuta from the Magic Forces world, a fellow wizard that Zabi is familiar with. The other group seem to be of Kayla's world. Zabi asks Gyuta to join the meeting to lend his wisdom. Gyuta asks, surprisingly, if they've been able to conjure up a plan for humans to survive. Kayla gasps in shock and addresses Major General Garisp, who is a respected tactician and commander against the robots. Kayla and her platoon salute the Major and introduce themselves. The Major salutes Kayla and her team in return and states he's glad to see more soldiers from his world in good health. Kayla asks about headquarters, and Major tells her that he was unable to reach headquarters, and they were attacked by something other than robots. He continues to state that they were destroyed and thousands of soldiers were killed. The only ones left are those who are accompanying him. They were wandering strange lands they had never seen before, but were then rescued and brought to the fort for humanity. Kayla takes in all she just heard from the Major. Zabi quietly asks Kayla who exactly is this person in her world. Captain Kayla then explains that the Major has led countless missions against the robots and is well respected around the world. She then suggests that perhaps they can ask the Major to help them come up with a plan to make the enemies fight against each other. Zabi then becomes somewhat relieved. Hearing that the Major is an experienced tactician, he then asks the Major that although they just met, would he mind taking point on the meeting, as he would be more than likely more qualified. The Major agrees to the request, as long as no one in the council has any objections. Everyone agrees to the appointed general taking lead. Zabi confirms with Hollow if he also is okay with it. Hollow agrees. Pain begins to remind the Major of how much is at stake and that humankind is relying on him. Captain Kayla asks Pain to show respect. The Major addresses Kayla and recommends to her to forget about their rankings, and even their military for that matter, as it is no more. The Major agrees with the fairy Pain and refers to himself as a regular old man. He asks for Kayla and her men to look at him from the same perspective. Kayla sadly agrees to Garif's request. Garif then acknowledges himself as taking command and asks for the details on the entire situation.